So hello fellow Earthlings, this is Earthling 6455463728, and I wanted to talk about how to achieve effective change wherever you are, whether you want to break a habit, make a habit, if you want to change your relationship with someone else, if you want to change a country, change your community, whatever it might be. I spoke about this to a degree with respect to focused versus diffused forces. And essentially, it just comes down to this. You focus on a small thing that you want to change as possible. And by small, I don't mean insignificant. I mean you focus as much as you can to and prioritize so that you end up having as small a priority as possible to have the effect that you want. The thing that's in my head right now that I'm thinking of is, for example, why the last Terminator might have failed as a movie. Now that would have failed because they tried to do too many things. They tried to make it focused on women. They got rid completely of John Connors, which was, the main guy who was going to save the world. There was a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, they tried to portray the Terminator in a different way to humanize him. There was a lot going on, and if they had just tried one, maybe two major things, I think they would have gotten the success, for example, that Jumanji had in the reboot of Jumanji with The Rock and Kevin Hart and all that stuff. In Jumanji, they had the same avatars, but instead of who they thought they were going to have operating those avatars, they changed a couple people. It was these old guys who nobody thought they were going to be in the game. And as a result, you were banking on the past success that you had, and going forward you change a few minor things here and there. And they won. They changed too many things in Terminator 2, and even in Ghostbusters. I would say, if you look at any kind of sequel, if you make a small tweak, people are going to accept it. Well, let's say, for example, you want to change your life. You want to lose weight and look better. So you might decide that, okay, while I'm doing this, I am going to work out really hard. I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to, go to meetups and meetings and all these different things that you plan to do in order to go along with losing weight. And you fail because you're trying to do too many things at the same time. It's not going to work like that. I mean, for example, when I decided that I was going to lose weight, I think I tried too many things at the same time as well, perhaps. But no, not really. I didn't. I think I tried it as it came, and different things that I thought would work didn't work. Like, for example, I couldn't exercise my way out of eating whatever I wanted. That was not going to happen. So I tried that at first, and that didn't work. And then I realized that I needed to focus on calories. But I remember in the area that I live, there is a public official who wanted to come out and do something really dramatic. There were a lot of things going wrong in the job that he wanted to have. So he was trying to get that job, trying to be assigned that job, and that he was going to do everything, make all these improvements. At any rate, flash forward a year or so, and the main thing, the thing that everyone wanted done, he hasn't done it. So what has he done? He comes out with this whole laundry list of things that he had, and I think it was an end of year public meeting, like a media conference, and he outlined all of these things that he had accomplished, and nobody cares. The main thing that he lobbied to get the job for, he hasn't done. And the main reason why he hasn't been able to do it is because he wanted to be so fantastic. Rather than focusing, just like a magnifying glass, you grab all of this energy from over the area of the lens and you focus it on one tiny point. And that does something amazing. Something that all the sun in however much time can't do, which is set something alight. Make something burn. That's what you do when you focus. If you focus all of your energies on doing one thing at a time, you're going to do something amazing. And it's unfortunate that people don't realize that, and they try to go out and try to do 10 different things at once. And the fact of the matter is, you can never figure out, hey, this is the thing that's working, that's the thing that's working, because you're trying to do so many different things at the same time. So even if one of them is making something work, it's hard for you to figure out which one of the things it is that's being effective. And let me tell you, I know that it's really, really annoying. It's really, really annoying to have to do things one step at a time. You get frustrated. You just want something to be done. But the harder you try to throw everything at the kitchen sink at something, the more confused the situation can become, and the harder it is to become effective. Let's say, for example, if we look at my Korean though, at one point I was trying to do a lot of different things at once, meaning I was trying to be able to speak Korean, to be able to read Korean, to be able to type in Korean, and it wasn't going anywhere. I couldn't really see how, notice any change, that things were getting any better. So for a while, and even to this point, I just focused on vocabulary, learning a bunch of new words, focused on that alone, not looking at Korean soap operas, which are really interesting. Well, they're soap operas. They're really the epitome of soap operas. I've cried at so many different Korean soap operas, it's crazy. Even though from a number of them, they're just ridiculous, But still, by focusing on just the vocabulary, now I'm able to read a lot of text without having to go and look up a bunch of words like every 5 seconds. So I can notice that, okay, great. Even if I'm not able to grasp all of the grammar, at least most of these words that I see, I can understand what they are, and I can get a sense of what I'm reading for a lot of whatever text it is that I'm reading. And while I was doing that, at the same time, was it at the same time? I'm not sure. I think I was learning to type in Korean as well. So now I'm able to type, and it is still kind of frustrating to have studied for so long and feel like I can't understand what people are actually saying. But at the same time, I know that I have a good grasp of things when I read them, where if people are really, really slow. But I think that as long as you focus on one thing at a time, I think I mentioned this with respect to a video game as well, where, I had like 10 guys and another guy had 10 guys, but I focused all of my 10 guys on each one of his guys one by one. And they just died like, whereas his guys were randomly picking whoever they wanted to fire at. They might fire at one person now, then fire at another person. So all of my people they weren't buckling under the pressure of 10 different people trying to kill them at once. So, and as well as that, like I said, it's so easy to get frustrated if you don't focus, because by focusing, you get results, and by getting results, you feel motivated. If you're all over the place, you're not going to get results because you're not putting all of your energy in the one place in order to see those results. You might be getting results, but you're not going to be able to discern those results if it is that it's spread over so many different outlets. So anyway, guys, wish me lucks. You can like or unlike. You could comment, subscribe, and or share. I appreciate it. Thanks. Peace.